Did you know the average American spends 6 hours a week cleaning and organizing their home? That's more than 300 hours a year. Imagine what you could do with all that extra time. What if you could simplify your life, reduce stress, and even save money, all by downsizing your space? Sounds too good to be true, right? Here's the shocking part. Owning more doesn't make us happier. In fact, research shows that people with more possessions tend to feel more stressed. In fact, a study by UCLA found that the more stuff we have, the higher our cortisol, stress hormone, levels become. So, why do we keep holding on to things we don't need? In this video, we'll explore how downsizing your space can actually upgrade your life. From gaining freedom and reducing stress to saving time and money, downsizing is the secret to living a simpler, happier life. Stick around, because you'll discover why less really is more, and how you can start downsizing today for a better tomorrow. Chapter 1. The weight you didn't know you were carrying. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the constant clutter around you? You're not alone. Research from the National Association of Professional Organizers reveals that 54% of people say they feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff they have. But what if I told you that downsizing could instantly make your life feel lighter? Downsizing isn't just about getting rid of stuff, it's about creating mental space. When your home is filled with things you don't need, your brain gets cluttered, too. A study by UCLA found that the more stuff you have, the higher your cortisol, stress, levels. That's because our brains associate disorganization with stress, making it harder to relax and enjoy your space. Imagine walking into a room and only seeing things that bring you joy or serve a purpose. It's like a breath of fresh air. Marie Kondo, in her book The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, emphasizes that keeping only what sparks joy is a powerful way to declutter both your home and your mind. You can apply this simple strategy to every room in your house, and you'll be amazed at how much lighter you feel. This weight isn't just emotional, either. Physical clutter can drain your energy. The time spent organizing and maintaining things you don't need adds up. According to the American Time Use Survey, the average American spends around 2 hours per day on household chores. Imagine how much time you could save by simply having less to manage. Think of it like this: downsizing is like hitting the reset button. It's the first step toward feeling calm, clear-headed, and in control. Reducing your possessions can help you focus on what matters most, whether it's relationships, self-care, or personal goals. Less clutter means less mental baggage. So, what's holding you back from embracing simplicity? Chapter 2. Space over stuff. Unlock your freedom. One of the most powerful aspects of downsizing is the freedom it brings. The more space you have, the more room you create for what really matters: your passions, experiences, and meaningful relationships. Research shows that the average American home has grown 1,000 square feet since the 1970s, yet people report feeling more stressed and less satisfied with their living spaces. This paradox suggests that more space doesn't always equal happiness. Instead, it's about how you use that space. When you downsize, you're not just clearing out closets, you're also clearing out your calendar. Think about all the time you spend taking care of a larger home: cleaning, maintaining, fixing. Downsizing lets you free up that time to focus on your personal growth, hobbies, or just relaxing. You've probably heard the saying, less is more. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's a proven principle. Minimalism offers you a lifestyle where time becomes more valuable. For example, if you've ever felt burdened by endless cleaning or organizing, you know how much of your day that can eat up. The American Cleaning Institute reports that the average person spends about 6 hours a week cleaning, about 25 days a year. Downsizing slashes that time drastically, giving you more room for adventure and the things you enjoy. Downsizing also opens up opportunities for living in more desirable areas, like a neighborhood closer to work or nature. By reducing your housing size, you can afford to live in a place that suits your lifestyle and priorities better. It's a win-win: less space, more freedom, and a life filled with experiences instead of things. Think of your home as a tool to support your life, not a trap that limits it. When you downsize, you focus more on creating memories and less on managing stuff. It's about shifting your energy from clutter to connection, and trust me, that's where true freedom lies. Chapter 3. The hidden costs of excess. what you're really paying for. Here's a little secret most people don't realize. The stuff you own actually costs you more than you think. Sure, you might have bought a trendy sofa or a fancy kitchen gadget on sale, but have you ever thought about the hidden costs? For starters, the financial cost is obvious. In 2020, the average American household spent more than $1,500 on non-essential items, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's a lot of money going toward things that won't improve your life long term. When you downsize, you take control of that spending. You start investing in experiences instead of excess. But it's not just about money. The emotional cost of excess is even higher. Every item you own needs your attention, whether it's a closet you need to organize, a car you have to maintain, or a gadget that requires charging. The minimalists, Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, say it best: stuff is not just stuff. It's the cause of much of our stress. That's because the more things you have, the more mental energy they drain from you. Downsizing helps you take back control. By having fewer possessions, you automatically free up both your wallet and your mind. Instead of spending money on things you don't need, you can save up for experiences that bring true joy, like a trip you've always wanted to take or a new skill you want to learn. The environmental costs are another hidden factor many of us overlook. Did you know that the production of goods contributes to 25% of global greenhouse gas emissions? By downsizing, you're not just benefiting your finances and mental health, you're also reducing your carbon footprint. And let's not forget about time. Think of all the hours spent managing the excess in your life. Time spent shopping, cleaning, maintaining, and organizing could be better spent doing things that make you happy. A study from Harvard University found that people who focus on experiences rather than possessions are happier, more satisfied, and live with less stress. So, the next time you feel like buying something new, ask yourself, do I really need this? Or am I just adding to my mental, emotional, and financial load? Downsizing teaches you to value quality over quantity and truly appreciate what you already have. You'll be surprised by how much better life feels when you stop paying the hidden costs of excess. If you're finding these tips helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more practical advice on simplifying your life and achieving true freedom. Chapter 4. Minimalism as a lifestyle, not a trend. When you think of minimalism, you might picture empty rooms and white walls. But minimalism is much more than a design style, it's a mindset. It's about prioritizing what's truly important and cutting out distractions, both in your home and your life. In Essentialism by Greg McKeown, he writes, "The way of the essentialist means living by design, not by default." Downsizing is a tool that helps you live by design. Instead of simply reacting to life's demands, minimalism allows you to take control and focus on what matters most. Studies have shown that minimalists tend to have higher levels of well-being. A 2019 survey from the minimalists found that 71% of people who adopted a minimalist lifestyle reported feeling less stressed and more content with their lives. Downsizing is a powerful way to begin living intentionally, by choosing what truly adds value and saying goodbye to everything else. The key to making minimalism a lifestyle is understanding that it's about more than just reducing the number of things in your home. It's about simplifying every area of your life, from your daily routines to your relationships. By minimizing the unnecessary, you open space for more meaningful connections, time for self-care, and personal growth. One important aspect of minimalism is learning how to say no. Whether it's commitments, relationships, or new purchases, downsizing helps you get rid of what doesn't serve your goals. The minimalists share a quote that sums it up perfectly. When you say yes to something, you are also saying no to something else. Downsizing isn't about giving up, it's about gaining more of what matters. A powerful strategy in embracing minimalism is practicing gratitude. When you focus on the essentials, you begin to appreciate what you already have, rather than constantly seeking more. This shift in perspective leads to greater satisfaction and helps you break free from consumerism. Remember, minimalism is a journey, not a destination. You don't need to purge everything overnight. Start small, with one room or even one drawer. With each step, you'll begin to experience the freedom that comes with living a life that's simple, focused, and intentional. Chapter 5. The Luxury of Less. Discovering the true value of simplicity. You might think that downsizing means sacrificing comfort or luxury, but the truth is, the opposite is often true. The luxury of less is all about appreciating the freedom that comes with owning fewer things. Instead of the weight of managing a large home and excess possessions, you gain peace, clarity, and more time for the things you love. In his book The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, Marie Kondo explains that owning fewer possessions allows you to focus on what truly brings you joy. This doesn't mean you live without things. It means you only keep the things that add real value to your life. It's a luxury that doesn't come with a hefty price tag. One surprising fact is that minimalist homes often feel more luxurious because they focus on quality over quantity. According to Apartment Therapy, people who downsize report feeling more comfortable and satisfied in smaller, well-designed spaces. The key to making smaller spaces feel luxurious is to focus on timeless design, simplicity, and quality materials. Downsizing also gives you the chance to invest in experiences rather than objects. Instead of spending money on material things, you can use those funds to travel, take courses, or invest in personal growth. According to a 2018 study from Experian, 77% of people say experiences bring them more happiness than material possessions. This shift from stuff to experiences is a hallmark of minimalist living. Another benefit of minimalism is that it often leads to better financial health. By purchasing less and focusing on what you truly need, you avoid impulse buys and unnecessary expenses. The National Endowment for Financial Education reports that people who adopt a minimalist mindset tend to save more money and feel more financially secure. Living with less doesn't just apply to physical possessions, it also extends to your digital life. Downsizing can mean cleaning out your email inbox, deleting unused apps, or minimizing digital clutter. This can have a profound impact on your productivity and mental well-being. As author Cal Newport writes in Digital Minimalism, the key to living better with less technology is not to add more workarounds or tweaks to your existing life. It's to adopt a new philosophy, a life that isn't dominated by screens. When you begin to see the luxury in less, you realize that you don't need more to be happy. Less is more when it allows you to focus on the essentials, quality relationships, meaningful experiences, and personal well-being. Downsizing is the first step to experiencing this luxury. Chapter 6. Downsize your space, upgrade your life. If you're still on the fence about downsizing, consider this. The size of your home doesn't define your life. In fact, reducing your living space can actually upgrade your life in ways you never imagined. A study from Real Simple found that people who live in smaller homes tend to feel more connected to their families and community. Smaller homes promote more shared experiences and less isolation. You're not just living in a house. You're making it a home by filling it with memories and meaningful moments, not stuff. Downsizing is also a chance to prioritize your lifestyle over material possessions. For example, instead of spending your weekends cleaning and organizing a big house, you can take up hobbies, enjoy nature, or pursue passions that bring you joy. This shift in how you spend your time is one of the most valuable benefits of downsizing. The impact on your mental health can be profound, too. A smaller, more organized space can reduce stress, help you focus better, and encourage healthier habits. In The Power of Less, Leo Babauta explains, the less you have to focus on, the more focus you have for what matters. Downsizing clears your mind and your calendar, allowing you to dedicate time and energy to things that improve your life. Moreover, downsizing can help you become more resourceful and creative. You'll start to get inventive with your space, finding ways to make small areas work for you. You'll also become more mindful of the things you buy, considering how each item adds value to your life instead of contributing to clutter. Many people find that after downsizing, they have more energy and motivation to pursue their goals. Whether it's traveling, starting a business, or learning a new skill, living in a smaller space encourages you to focus on what matters, not on maintaining a large home. It's also important to note that downsizing often leads to a more sustainable lifestyle. The less space you have, the fewer things you need, and the less energy you consume. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, smaller homes typically use fewer resources, reducing your carbon footprint while saving on utility bills. By downsizing your space, you're giving yourself the opportunity to upgrade your entire life. It's about focusing on the essentials, freeing up time, money, and energy to invest in the things that truly make you happy. In the end, a smaller space leads to a fuller life, one that's richer in experiences, relationships, and peace of mind. Downsizing is not just about the physical act of reducing your space, it's a mindset shift. Each chapter of this journey brings more clarity, more freedom, and ultimately, more happiness. When you embrace the power of simplicity, you'll realize that less truly is more. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about how to simplify your life, be sure to subscribe for more practical tips on living a minimalist lifestyle.